Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here for this Facebook Live. TGIF, it is Friday. We've been kind of just stuck under this fog and drizzle
and it's just
Blume.
been bleh.
Yeah, ready for that to be
done
with, please. We'll talk about the weather here in just a second, as well as your news headlines. But first, a quick reminder, you can find us live here on Facebook each and every weekday morning. We go live about 8 o'clock for you. If you can't watch us live, watch us whenever it's convenient for you. It stays on your feed throughout the day. And you can find us on our Inforum YouTube channel as well, and your favorite podcast platforms. Just go to inforum.com/podcasts and look for the Inforum Minute. Don't miss it. All right, so this morning, another foggy one.
Yeah, foggy, misty, drizzly, just kind of damp. Temperatures have quickly dropped below the freezing point. When we got to work, it was 41 degrees outside here in Fargo, and now it's like 24 outside. So that's a pretty quick drop in temps, making things very icy. I've had several reports from all over town that roads and sidewalks are slick. So walk and drive carefully this morning. As we head into the afternoon, more moisture moves in from the southwest. We see falling temperatures thanks to a stiff wind out of the north, gusting 30-ish miles an hour. Temperatures go backwards. So for most of us, that means we'll just hover in the 20s because we've already dropped into the 20s. So I think we just kind of hold there all day long. With this moisture moving in and places like Wahpeton and Fergus Falls, where you're still in the 30s this morning, that's where we'll watch out for a risk of freezing rain later today. I'd say noon to 3 p.m. we're watching for some of that freezing rain to develop. Can leave behind a few hundredths of an inch of ice on the roads, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, it takes a glaze.
Yeah, not much.
No, to make things very icy. So we're watching for that freezing rain risk off to the southeast this afternoon. Eventually, the colder air wins out. Everything switches over to snow. I'd say by about 5 o'clock, most of us that are getting precip see the switch over to snow. Okay. Grand Forks, you might see a couple of flurries. Same story toward about Valley City, Thief River Falls. Here in Fargo, trace to maybe an inch. That's big on the maybe. I think we'll just maybe get a little dusting if we can see this set up in Fargo. The focus is, though, off to the southeast, where if banding sets up, kind of those stripes that show up on the radar, that's where I'll watch for 2 to 3 inches of accumulation. So it's not a huge snow. I think the main risk and travel concern is actually that freezing rain risk first. Then the switch over to snow. It'll still be windy, so of course, as snow is falling, visibility can be reduced as the wind is gusting near 30 miles an hour. Fun day. There's like so many moving parts to this forecast, and it totally depends on where you are, because up north, like Devil's Lake's not going to get any of this. They do have the kind of the mist drizzle going on this morning and icy roads, but they won't get any of this system. So it's like, where are you for what you're going to get, what your temperature is, what your precip type is, what your wind is. There's a lot happening. Anyways, into Saturday, that system is long gone. We will be warmer for the weekend, 40s, 50s south, 30s, 40s to the north. Windy though. Everybody's going to feel that breeze. So if you just like look at the temperature, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. And I mean, the temp is nice, but it'll be mostly cloudy. It'll be windy, gusting 30, 35 miles an hour. And there's a chance for a few passing showers. Light, small, little showers, nothing that lasts very long. But Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, even into Sunday, I'm going to watch out for a chance at a little bit of moisture here and there. Sunday is the warmest day. Fargo has not hit 50 yet. I think we could do it on Sunday. Forecasting 51 right now. We got close on Wednesday. It was 49. I was just waiting. I was like refreshing the observations at the airport constantly to see if it was going to happen. But then the stationary front snuck its way to the south, and then the temperatures were in the 30s by supper time on Wednesday. Okay, next week, pattern change. We start to turn cooler. High temperatures will be mainly 20s to near 30. Up north, that's pretty much where you've been for the past week, so it's not that much different for you. But further to the south, where we've had 40s to near 50, next week's going to look and feel a little different. All right. Have a good weekend. Make sure you drive safe. Watch for ice this morning, and especially again this afternoon in the southeast.
Time change this weekend too?
Yeah, we spring forward. That's one of my pet peeves is not time change itself, but the fact that people say daylight savings time.
There's no S.
There's no S.
At the beginning, not the end.
Right, yeah. It's not a coupon. There's no savings. It's daylight saving time.
One saving.
So I'll leave you with that, Hill. All right, bye.
Thanks, Lydia. Just had to do that. All right, let's go to news headlines this morning. Right now, we are working to learn more about a fire call in Moorhead. It's at the Pactive Evergreen building off of 42nd Street South, not too far from the RDO Equipment Building. They manufacture food packaging products. There are fire trucks on the scene. There's firefighters on the roof. There's also an ambulance there. So we're working to find out what exactly is going on, if there's any injuries, everything like that. So stick with the news leader for updates on that. We have a crew on the scene. Firefighters were able to keep an attic fire from spreading in Hankinson. The Richland County Sheriff's Office says the call came in just before 10 last night at a home on the west edge of town. Thanks to a quick response, the Sheriff's Office says that house only has minor damage. Also, no reported injuries. The Fargo Convention Center Committee will begin whittling down the top 4 proposals to build that new facility. The final proposals were due last Friday, and today the committee will hear from 2 of those finalists. The first is the Shields Arena site proposed by Enclave. The committee will also hear from EAPC architects and engineers. They're behind the proposal to build at the site of the downtown Civic Center. The committee will hear 2 more proposals. That's for the Fargo Dome and Bruhala sites. That's on Tuesday. A member of the Fargo Liquor Control Board is running for the City Commission. Scott Brecky will be on the ballot in June for one of those 2 open commissioner seats. He is the 3rd candidate to join in on the race. Brecky plans to focus on eliminating tax incentives, reducing or removing special assessments, and maintaining a balanced budget. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is warning about a text message scam. The messages pressure you into clicking a link or sending payment quickly. If you receive a text claiming you owe money for a North Dakota toll violation, it is a scam. North Dakota does not have toll roads, so you will not be getting any type of fine for that. Be wary if you see urgent deadlines like pay within 12 hours or suspicious links that do not end in a real government URL. That would be .gov. A website that says .gov at the end, and then text from unknown international numbers. Don't click on links, don't reply, just report it and then delete it. The Sportsman Show is back at the Fargo Dome this weekend. It started on Thursday and resumes today, goes through Sunday. You can get your tickets online or at the door. The Spuds are just 1 game away from heading back to the championship game at the Minnesota State Hockey Tournament. Moorhead is taking on Edina tonight at 8 o'clock. The winner moves on to the state championship game tomorrow. And also a busy day for live sports on WDAY. We've got the semifinals for North Dakota girls state basketball going on. Class B at 1 and 2:45 this morning. Not this morning, this afternoon, I should say. Then it's Class A tonight, 6:30 and 8:15 for those semifinal games. All 4 games will be airing live on WDAY. Today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, Dom is live in Sioux Falls at the Summit League Tournament after both Bison teams advanced to the semis. Athletic Director Matt Larson joins the show to chat about some hoops and some football too. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com. Don't forget, for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, get an all-access pass to our website, Inforum.com. Go to Inforum.com/subscribe to get that deal. Join us for the rest of our newscast today as we're tracking this kind of icky, wintry mix making its way towards us today. Next newscast is at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we got you covered over the weekend with our newscasts. And then we'll be back on Monday morning with First News from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.